Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome guys, my name is Liaquat Zaman. This is my YouTube channel, and if you guys are not familiar, check out the videos that I make. This series is dedicated to the poetry of Imam Shafi rahimahullah ta'ala. If you guys are not familiar with Imam Shafi, check out the videos that I've made. I made loads of videos on Imam Shafi basically. Right, so today the poem that I have selected is a little bit of a long poem, but inshallah it's going to be something which is quite enjoyable. So let's have a little look at this poem then. He says, رأيت العلم صاحبه كريم ولو ولدته آباء لئام وليس يزال يرفعه إلى أن يعظم أمره القوم الكرام ويتبعونه في كل حال كراعي الظأن تتبعها السوام فلولا العلم ما سعدت رجال ولا عرف الحلال ولا الحرام. He says, رأيت العلم صاحبه كريم. He says, Imam Shafi, I saw knowledge that the people who possess knowledge, صاحبه. So رأيت العلم, I saw knowledge. But what he means is I saw the people of knowledge, صاحبه. The person who has knowledge, person who understands. Specifically here is referring to knowledge of the religion. Person who understands the Quran, person who understands the sayings of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, person who understands the legal rulings. He says, I saw that person as being kareem. Wherever I go around the world, I always see a person who possesses knowledge to be a person of noble character. The knowledge, in fact, gives this special value to this particular individual and raises his status, giving him the status of karam, nobleness, generosity. وَلَوْ وَلَدَتْهُ آبَاءٌ لِئَامٌ. Walau, even if. Walau, waladatu, walada, yalidu, it means to give birth. Aba is the jama of ab. Right, so even if forefathers gave birth to him, li'amun is the jama of la'im, which means someone who is wretched, despicable, the scum of the community. Even if his forefathers were the scum of their communities, this individual, as long as he learns knowledge, then this person is found to be a noble person. وَلَيْسَ يَزَالُ يَرْفَعُهُ إِلَىٰ. وَلَيْسَ يَزَالُ. لَيْسَ يَزَالُ means that it does not cease, continues. These are from the mazala, those letters, the nawasikh. So he says, لَيْسَ يَزَالُ يَرْفَعُهُ إِلَىٰ. So the knowledge does not cease to raise him, يَرْفَعُهُ إِلَىٰ أَن, until يُعَظِّمَ أَمْرَهُ القوم الكرام. عظم يعظم is to magnify, to utter the greatness of something. You say عظمه. Until the qawm al-kiram, kiram is the jam of kareem. So noble people in the community begin to honor this person, begin to magnify this person, give this person a platform in the community and a high status. So yu'adhim amrahu, his affair, his matter. So basically what he's saying is, when a person studies knowledge, when a person has understanding, that knowledge itself, it gives such value to individuals that even if he was born in a really bad society, family, a nation, that knowledge continues to raise him, uplift him up, until so much so that the noble people of the community recognize his nobility and begin to magnify his status. Yeah, subhanallah. Such is the knowledge of a person who, status of a person who learns the knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَيَتَّبِعُونَهُ فِي كُلِّ حَالٍ. اتَّبَعَ يَتَّبِعُ, it means to follow carefully. And then they continue to follow him. So they raise his status, the noble people of the community, and then they continue to follow him carefully. في كل حال, in all conditions, in all affairs, all matters, they begin to follow him. كراعي الظأن. Ra'i is the shepherd. Ra'a yar'a. This means to tend, to take care of something. Ri'aya. الظأن is goats or sheep in this case. تتبعه السوام. So the sawam is the jam of sa'ima, which means a self-grazing animal, self-grazing cow. you call it Sa'ima. So he is saying that the people begin to follow him in their affairs like a shepherd who is a shepherd of goat and sheep, and all of a sudden they recognize him, and you can see from like a bird's eye view this one little shepherd there and all these sheep, hundreds of sheep just following this one individual. So he's saying that the status of this individual becomes such that it's like a flock of sheep who go and start following him. Herd of goats start to follow him. تتبعه تبع يتبعه, to follow him, as-sawam, the self-grazing animals. So he's not saying that this person obviously wants this, or he's not saying that the people blindly follow him, but it's just something naturally that happens when people learn knowledge. People have this adoration, people have this natural feeling of love for this person. They want to follow this person, listen to this person. فَلَوْلَا الْعِلْمُ مَا سَعِدَتْ رِجَالٌ. If it wasn't for knowledge, men, people, رِجَالٌ. لَوْلَا الْعِلْمِ, if it wasn't for ilm, مَا سَعِدَتْ رِجَالٌ. سَعِدَ, it means to be virtuous, yeah, to be lucky, to be fortunate, to have high sort of like status. If it wasn't for knowledge, then people out there, there'd be all these people, these sheikhs and these maulanas and students of knowledge that you get out there, they would not have any virtue in the community, right? It's only through that knowledge that they have actually been given virtue. وَلَا عُرِفَ الْحَلَالُ وَالْحَرَامُ. And worse than that, halal and haram would not be recognized. Urifa. Arafa ya'rifu, to recognize. Halal and haram would not be recognized. Right? So in other words, whether these scholars or these students of knowledge or people who learn, they have a status in the community or not, is not really that important. What is more important is that if there is no scholars in the community, there are no scholars, then people will be deprived of knowing what is halal from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what they need to follow and what they need to abstain from. So Imam Shafi rahimahullah paints a very amazing, beautiful picture, and the way that he describes it, the words that he uses, صاحبه كريم, صاحب العلم كريم, and even if therefore waladatu aba, it's a very nice expression as well, that even if his forefathers were li'am, and this is something that you can also incorporate into your sentences as well. You can say things like الذي ينفق على الناس كريم ولو ولدته آباء لئام. You can say something like that, incorporate it as much as you can. And ليس يزال يرفعه, yeah, هذا الشأن هذا الدين لم يزل يرفع الصحابة، لم يزل يرفع الناس حتى يعظم أمره القوم الكرام. Right, so again, عظمه زيد أي جعله رفيع الدرجة. يتبعونه في كل حال, and this nice expression that he gives, this similarity where he says كراعي الضعن تتبعه السوام, yeah, like the ra'i, the shepherd of the ghanam, of the dha'n, who is followed by these people. And then this nicely, the way he says that فَلَوْلَا الْعِلْمَ سَعِدَتْ الرِّجَالِ. If it wasn't for knowledge, many people in the world would not have virtue. Okay, طيب. نشرحه بالعربية الآن. يقول رأيت العلم صاحبه كريم. يعني أنا رأيت أصحاب العلم، طلبة والعلماء الذين يصرفون أوقاتهم في حصول على معرفة القرآن والتفسير وغير ذلك من العلوم. رأيت هؤلاء أنهم يعني يمتازون عن آخرين بالكرم. يعني تستطيع أن ترى فيهم الكرم بسبب هذا العلم. يعني طبعا هذا في شأن بالنسبة إلى هؤلاء الذين يعملون بعلمهم. ولو ولدته آباء لئام، يعني وإن كان الأمر أن هؤلاء الذين طلبوا العلم وصاروا يعني كرام القوم، ولو كانوا آباؤهم يعني من أشد الناس في المجتمع، من أرذل الناس، من أذل الناس في المجتمع. كما ترى أن هناك كانوا من الصحابة رضي الله عنهم من آباؤهم يعني كانوا ألد الخصام للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم، لكن أولادهم أصبحوا من أقرب الناس إلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. وليس يزال يرفعه إلى، وهذا العلم شأنه أنه لم يزل، لا يزال يعني يستمر أن يرفع هذا الشخص إلى أن يصل إلى هذه القمة. وما هي القمة هنا؟ القمة أن كرام الناس، يعني ذو الفضل من الناس الذين يعيشون يسكنون في ذلك المكان أو تلك المنطقة يعرفون شأنه. نعم، لأن كما يقول الشاعر: إنما يعرف ذا الفضل من الناس ذوه. يعظم أمره القوم الكرام. وكذلك الله سبحانه وتعالى يجعل في قلوبهم محبة هذا الشخص، كما أن الله سبحانه وتعالى يقول: يرفع الله الذين آمنوا منكم والذين أوتوا العلم درجات. الله سبحانه وتعالى يرفع شأنه ويؤتيه العلم. فلولا العلم ما سعدت رجال ويتبعونه في كل حال، يعني يتبعون هذا الشخص ويبحثون عنه ويتصلون به، يتواصلون معه لكي يعرفوا أحكام الشريعة، كراعي الضأن، مثل راعي الغنم الذي عنده غنم كثير جدا تتبعه السوام. سوام يعني الغنم أو الشاة التي ترعى بنفسها. هؤلاء مثل هذا، يعني يتبعونه في أحوالهم. فلولا العلم ما سعدت رجال، يعني لو لم يكن هناك علم، يعني لو لم يحصل هؤلاء على علوم الشرعية، لولا العلم ما سعدت رجال، كثير من هؤلاء لم تكن سعداء في القوم. نعم، لأن العلم الذي رفع درجاتهم. ولا عرف الحلال ولا الحرام. وأسوأ من هذا أن الناس لا يكونون على معرفة وبينة من الأمور الحلال ومن الأمور الحرام. نعم. جزاكم الله خير for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If there's any questions or suggestions that you might have, please leave them in the comments below. And also try to apply the things that you learn in these videos. Try to apply them in your Arabic. That way at least the poems are going to stay with you. Right? Try to memorize the poem if you can. And if you can't, it doesn't really matter. At least try to remember some of the expressions that were used on, and vocab is a very important thing. So thank you very much to all my patrons for all the support that you guys show my channel. You know, it means a lot to me where you guys are supporting my channel. It helps me a lot. And you know, I don't think, after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I don't think it would have been possible for me to be able to make all the videos that I make on a daily basis without the support of you guys. And if anyone wants to become a patron or support the channel, please check out the description below. All the support means a lot to me. And Jazakumullah khair. I will see you guys next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.